Hi world, this is a Sunday and I would have done this in 2 days time, but I really feel like it's a solemn topic, especially with what has happened recently in the Cameroonian community. Yes, I'm a Cameroonian. My name is Maria Abanga and I am chiming in from Douala, Cameroon. And wherever Cameroonians are, that's my community also. So I'm a psychotherapist, mental health advocate, motivational speaker, inspirational author, so many things in one. And I'm specialized in mental health and relational wellness. So last week I was looking at why people shouldn't suffer in silence, people should reach out, people should speak up. And a follower of mine left a comment and he said, do one specifically for men, like why men don't speak out and what men can do. And so unfortunately, we learned of a shooting. uh, Allegedly a son murdered the mother in Arizona, I think on Thursday last week or so. And yeah, last month even in Texas, I don't know how it didn't get the buzz that it would have gotten, but another son murdered the mother in Texas. So the one in Texas, he was 19 years old. He is 19 years old, and the one in Arizona, he's 29 years old. So yeah, I would say from a mental health point of view, something should have been going on in their minds. Something went wrong somewhere for them to get to that point where they can't take it anymore and they take it out on their mothers. I don't know I don't know the details, I don't know the specifics, but that's so sad. The 29-year-old, it is alleged, so many people have said it, that he had runs with the law and he was on drugs. We don't know. The case is still pending, so we don't know. But the one in Texas, from what I saw on the internet, it's closed. He is the one who did it. 19 years old. I don't know why, but what I think I get from that and from what this follower of mine said is that men, and I mean boys and men, they have a hard time speaking out, reaching out for help, expressing themselves when they're going through tough times, or what is the reason? So I'm going to put some links here. I'm the Global Mental Health Pain Network representative for Cameroon and also the regional representative for Africa. So I was watching a show they did, a segment they did with men called Men's Mental Health, and the two hosts, the host and the co-host, were women, and it was very interesting. There were three men. I made some notes from Singapore, New Zealand, and Portugal, and it was interesting to note that, well, they're not really the same generation. One can be my generation, and two could be older or still my generation, but one could be much younger. I mean, you cannot just look at somebody and know their age. That's what I've noticed in life. People give me all sorts of ages. Okay, so but it cuts across, and the reasons they give for not being able to speak out before and getting to the point where they could take it no more, and resorting to whatever they resorted to before there was a shift. One talked about, let me be looking at my notes because it was really, the link is there, you can watch that. It's over an hour. One talked about the social cultural norms and practices, and I was like, wow, the same thing in Cameroon, the same thing in Portugal. Men, okay, well, where men are expected to be men, to man up, not chicken out and stuff like that. So that is it, expectations and norms. You have to be the provider, you have to be strong, you don't cry, even if a man loses the mother or the father or the child or something, nobody should see your tears. That's my custom too. That's how the men here grew up. So it's sometimes so difficult when you get to a certain age to have to start changing all of that, but who suffers, right? Okay, so that's why you shouldn't wait for the worst case scenario, when you start to spiral, because there's always a build-up of the frustration, of the depression, desperation, and all of those things. Reach out. I was just thinking to myself, and I was like, okay, well, we have banknotes. If they change the banknotes today, you will have to change. Stop using the old banknotes and start using the new banknotes with immediate effect. You don't have a choice. So if you have to start changing your mindset, you can do it radically. You can start now. When you keep holding on to all those old practices which have not helped you, and you say, well, that's how I am, that's how men are, it doesn't help you. You know, you will only get to an explosion point. And it's very important for men to know that when you speak up, you don't just get a solution to whatever problem, superficial problem, but you get what someone called healing of the mind and spirit. And for him, that was the most important thing. He didn't know that he was going to be able to get that. And that is what he really needed, he really wanted. But he didn't just know how to ask for help. And a friend of mine, a sister of mine said, yeah, sometimes you don't have the vocabulary. You don't know how to articulate it. How do we know? We only learn, right? I mean, you're not going to not send your child to school because, well, maybe you did not go to school or you're, no. So we adapt. Somebody was saying, yeah, well, we have all the options now, and so there's no more excuse not to have information or not to know. Open up. One was saying, oh, no, he's not comfortable belonging to a group. He would rather have a one-on-one and with somebody he knows. But sometimes you don't know people. You don't know that therapist. You don't know me intimately. But you have to trust me. And you know that fear of, oh, people are going to take this and run around the whole place. Well, I need my help. So our stories are similar. We have to share them because even practitioners wouldn't know unless you share them, right? And so we really have to think about that. And I just want to encourage the men and those who are going to watch this. I have 3 boys myself, right? So I have a father. I lost a brother. It really pains me. I mean, this is his story. I wrote it, right? My brother's journey from genius to simpleton, battling with his mental illness and coping with his loss. I didn't even really know what mental illness, or what we call today psychosocial disabilities, were. I mean, I live with post-traumatic stress disorder myself, and my approach is completely different from my brother's own, and so it also gives me some perspective. So I really want to encourage the men, and I want to say, well, you can reach out to me. Some said it's easier reaching out to a woman because, well, a woman is nurturing, she's emotional, she's not going to judge you. And some said no, they would rather have a man because they will say, oh, but that's a man who knows what men go through. But it should be a man with a lived experience and all of that. So they say no one size or one solution fits all. So it's something we just have to keep working on. But silence is not the solution. Okay, well, until next time, do not hesitate to reach out, follow me on any of my links, and God bless us all.